I had to have a practitioner actually make these things for me, and we've put on here that these are pro grade, and that was something that I was pretty excited about, because a lot of times you can only get the really good stuff through your practitioner, and we're going to try to make sure that the really good stuff is available for real people. And it does come with a risk, because there are products here that they work, and they work really well, and sometimes you can have a healing crisis afterwards. And that's when you need the guidance of a practitioner, so that you'll know, well, am I just getting sicker, or is it because I'm detoxing or something like that? But I felt like it was really important to be able to make these products available so that practitioners can sell them if they want to. You can get them from your practitioner, but you're also able to get this powerful stuff yourself without having to go through them. The other thing that you mentioned is, about eating organically, and the fact that the soil and stuff like that isn't what it used to be. But part of this picture is what's not in it. And from what I've understood, that glyphosate particularly chelates minerals. And so if you're eating stuff that has had glyphosate used on it, and you've had stuff that is, grown with regular fertilizer or whatever, you don't have those minerals. They've been chelated out. And so when you have whole food things like this and the extra minerals, we're actually helping to put back what was lost in a very unnatural sense. So maybe if you were always eating organic, you wouldn't have that. But we've got other stuff out there that's actually robbing us of the stuff. And I suspect that was part of the problem with my cancer, is that when you get exposed to glyphosate, which I was at one point by accident, but that does have an effect on your body and how it handles the minerals and all that. So
Yeah, glyphosate is a mineral blocker, and that's actually how it kills plants. Is it blocks the uptake of minerals. You use the word chelate, which basically means that it's dissolving it into water, but which is technically correct. But what it's doing is it's making it so that your minerals are not usable in your body. They dissolve in water. Your kidneys flush any out that you have. It's not getting to you at a cellular level. So that's that's why it's it's even harder to get enough minerals today than it was years ago before glyphosate was invented. And I think that's why we're seeing an uptick in both in cancers and autoimmune diseases of other sorts as well. We've seen a major uptick in that stuff, in the last 30, 35 years. And I strongly believe it's because of some of those, it's because of glyphosate and hydrous ammonia pushing crops out of balance that's caused that to happen. But it's pretty hard to get away from in the real world. Even what we sell at Azure, even eating 100% organic, you're going to get 100% better than what you could get eating conventional. But that still may not be, and the ability to 100% organic may not be there for everybody. But you still may not be getting everything, because some of these organic farms, it's only 3 years. It could take 20 years for soil to remineralize, unless you're really, really intentional as a farmer. So, it's a huge step in the right direction. But when problems crop up, when there's not enough, this is a great way. I am now convinced, even though, a few years ago I would have totally denied this, but I've changed my mind on the value in a healthy lifestyle of supplementing our diet with whole food supplements. And these are ones that I can be proud to endorse, because even a lot of the supplements we've carried in the past have fillers in. Maybe you can go over some of those fillers that are.
Magnesium stearate is one of the biggest ones that you see everywhere. and it's mostly used as a flow agent when they're filling capsules. And it doesn't, I mean, sure, it makes it easy for them to, fill the capsules on the manufacturing line, but is it good in your body? And the answer is no. And so that's why we're working on a list of all the things that we're not going to allow in the AzureWell line.
And that's definitely one of them. Magnesium stearate. Oh, it makes it easy to capsules fill faster. You can get mass production, but great. Magnesium bonded to the stearate in that form. Magnesium our body needs, but that's the wrong bond, and the wrong bond going into our body makes us not utilize the magnesium that we actually need correctly. So, those little balance issues, let's not do that. Why, or psyllium dioxide, or silicon dioxide. Yeah. Another one, a big one that's used in supplements all the time. Do we, it keeps it from clumping as much, especially powders and stuff, is that's the wrong kind of silicon, guys. We need silica in our bodies. It's for hair and nails and all that stuff. Actually, bone strength, even it plays into. And do we want to mess with that? Just by accident? We're not taking that. Come on. So anyway.
And so we have items like the trace replace ionic minerals, things like that to help get more minerals in your system. But then we also have things like the betaine hydrochloride and pepsin, because without enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach, you can have all the minerals you want, and if your body cannot break them down in that acidic environment in order for you to be able to utilize those minerals, you can have a great diet, but if your body can't assimilate what you're eating, and that's what the hydrochloric acid, betaine hydrochloride, and digestive enzymes are for, is to help you actually utilize the stuff that you do eat. Even if the nutrition's there, if your body can't get it out, then that's a problem. So, providing both here.
And that's especially true for people who have gone through something where they had to have antibiotics, for instance. It messes with the microbiome, and sometimes people have to have, you're in a car accident, something happens, and they give you antibiotics. It's very important that you can rebuild with these things.
And the other piece that's really neat about this line is we're trying really hard to get as many fermented products as we can that they become more bioavailable when they're fermented. And so like for example, the B12, it is very bioavailable because they have fermented ahead of time. We've got the fermented turmeric and ginger. I was really excited about that one because I've always liked fermented turmeric. It doesn't taste as hot as the unfermented stuff, and it has the ability to be more absorbed because that curcumin that's naturally in it, they have a hard time making it be absorbed. So having some special products like that really are going to make our products more effective for people. That's the thing. We don't want just another pill for people to take, because pill fatigue is a real thing. And if it's not going to do you any good or it's going to do you harm, we don't want to sell it. So we want to make sure that this is something that we only have the best, and if it's here, it's worth paying.
Well, maybe not everything in every situation, but it's worth taking if your body is deficient in those, and knowing your body, whether you're using a Quest 4 or something, or if you're just listening to the symptoms that are within your body. Either way, taking the right stuff makes all the difference.